Talking about the audio quality, I think we have to talk about the output side of the audio and also, how do you say, playback side of the audio. So output side of audio, as you may know, we are focusing more on the variable speaker applications from the car to home. And I don't know whether you already checked the sound of our new soundbar systems, which we designed with the Andrew Jones in the U.S. That is the one of the very focus for us, because most of the soundbars in the market right now, they're more focusing on multiple functionalities, but that particular soundbar is really focusing on sound qualities. So that is one of the way. And also for playback this audio side, we are trying to also catch up with the current trend of the high-res reproduction. So we haven't launched that kind of product yet in Mexico market, but in Japan and in Europe, we are based on the media receiver. We are trying to how do you say, use our past legacies to decode those digital information to make it more with the natural reproduction. I think that's one of the trend in the music industry as well, because the people, because of the iTunes, now people focus more on convenience of purchasing or listening to music rather than the music sound quality itself. But right now we have some pushback from the not only the artists but also the music industry itself, trying to add some more value on each music. So one of the trends is, I think, those high bit reproduction of the music source.
Yeah.
I personally think receiver market will grow, but I think it will stay with a certain market volume, because one of the main role of the AV receiver is always keep the technology up to date. So once each new format becomes a standard, or a new wireless transmission format becomes standard, it has to have in AV receivers as a center of the AV control. So we are trying to work with our outside partners as well. So this time, like, we work with Spotify to have a seamless playback and operation with the Spotify on your tablets or smartphones. So that is one of the example. I think AV receiver will not grow, but it will stay in the marketplace.
Stay in the
Yeah. First of all, I think we are the first manufacturer who launched the tabletop CD player for DJ use back in 1994. So we have a kind of long, almost like 20 years, history in this industry. And also one of the epoch making was CDJ1000, which we launched in 2000 to have a real-time scratch for the DJs. And throughout this history or the development, we have got so strong reliability image from the industry, from the top DJs and also for the club industries. So that is as long as it is commercial use product. So it was a very important key factor for us to be successful in this industry. So based on that, I think we are currently holding the leading market position for this DJ products. We don't see it's a challenge, but we more likely see it's a chance for us, because as long as talking about the top end market, we are holding that positioning, and our actually we start trying to capture those non-physical media, like flash media type of the music from early 2000s, and right now most of our products are all ready to use or control those non-physical music files, and the expansion of those files means for us it's more like a growing market sectors. Like nowadays, because of that, more and more people can play as a DJ with latest technologies of using the power of the smartphone, power of tablets, or power of the computers. So we see that's a chance for us to grow a DJ line not only at the professional level, but more on the consumer level. Simply, we position core business line as total pioneer. Is one is the core is car electronics, obviously, but another core is DJ business. So in order to expand this business, we took the strategy like one is we want to expand more on the consumer side and expand more on the professional side. So if you talk about professional, we as of today, as you said, we are trying to also capture certain market share from professional installment, pro audio side as well. And that is the reason why we launched the club speakers and also expand the stereo monitor active speakers line as well. And we will continue to expand those lines. As besides the, for example, basic income level, I don't really see a huge difference today. There is some difference, mainly on the more on the perception or more on the emotional side, but we think most of the consumer electronics will be driven by smartphone or tablets, anyway, wearable devices. And that trend, I don't see a huge difference between US, Europe, or Japan, or even in Latin America. But there are some of the difference or perception in the lifestyles. So we would like to pick up those kind of the unique lifestyles to meet the local basis, the kind of the appreciated feature set. So one of the good example was mixed tracks. We basically developed that kind of technology for Latin America market because we believe dance music, dance culture, or clubbing culture in Latin America is more general, not the special thing. So that's why we think, why don't we bring in those technology into the car? Because we have a good legacy from the DJ equipment. So we utilize that technology into car to make appeal to Latin American market. That was the kind of the aim. The reason, first of all, the reason why we got into the bicycle industry is we see our potential in two different angles. One is we have, as you said, our core technologies for audio, video, or pickup optical disc, or from the current business lines. So first thing is we want to utilize that core technology to expand our new business. And second, we want to get in to the growing category, So for bicycle, right now, globally, the population of the cyclist is growing, and also the population of people riding on road bikes are also growing. And we had good core technology to analyze the data from the sensor and convert it into the metrics. So that was a kind of the trigger for us to come up with this kind of the power meter. And right now in this industry, the power is a very key matrix to have more better training or improve your performance. So that is one of the way. And other project we have is we just started is we have a cloud data service called Kuvo, which means we have, as I said, we have a positioning for DJ equipment. So we are trying to add some value of those data from each club sending out to the cloud. It's a kind of the unique concept, but since we have decent market share for the equipment, we can take control of how we want the song or music data to send to the cloud, and by return utilizing that data to add some value for the DJs, for the consumers, and for the clubs. That is also one of the
so it's information where you
yes, big data.
It's information to improve your categories, your audio categories for DJs and for
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's also another new project, and in Japan we have also two new business challenges. One is lighting, and we have a core technology of OLED, organic EL. So we converted that to the lighting. It used to be our display for car audios, but now we expanded to the capability of the lighting, and we have a joint venture business with Mitsubishi Chemical and pretty soon, early next year, we are planning to start mass production of those devices.
But the light features?
Light, yeah.
Okay.
And because of this, it's organic EL, as you know, it's a low consumption of energy, and it's natural lighting, so, and it's also flexible. So we're trying to also establish a new market for the lighting industry as well. And also we're also trying to get into medical device business, which we can use our optical disc reading technologies. So we convert the optical disc reading technology to blood streaming reading technologies to set up to make the very easy and accurate and small blood sensor.
Sounds quite interesting.
Yeah, interesting, but I think it's not that easy for us to really establish the positioning. But as pioneer, we will challenge to go into those new market.